Hello. Welcome to the Alare Lifestyle YouTube channel. So today's video is a bit different from what I've been doing in the past, and that's honestly because I want to put out this content and this value by any means necessary, and sometimes I just do not have the time to sit down in front of my camera and film and talk to y'all and then edit and then do this and then do that. Like, it would actually just be easier for me to, have my mic on hand, record what I need to on my phone, upload it. Maybe you can play it, in the background when you're doing something, because that's how I take in my content. I've been realizing, when I'm in the studio or when I'm, just working on something tedious, maybe I'll play a YouTube video in the background and listen to what they're saying. I'm not necessarily looking at their face. Y'all know what I look like. So I guess I just wanted to give an explanation as to why this YouTube video is literally it's just my voice. It's just my voice, and why I decided not to upload this episode as a podcast on the Alare Academy podcast is because I have a very specific vision for that podcast. I do want it to be primarily educational, whereas I feel like this YouTube channel is more so exploring topics and themes and just things going on in the world that pertain to young African women lovers and leaders, because that's what this community is. We are women who lead with our heart, but who are also wise enough to know that we don't know it all, and so we have to surrender to our divine source in order to really honor our unique mission on this earth. And that's kind of what I want to talk about today. Today's topic is just really about, harnessing your vision to create the life that you want. I have had to come to realize that a lot of people just do not view life in the same way that I do. I move with an abundance mindset, and it's something that I really try to drive home in all of the work that I create, that this life is something magical. It's a miracle. You are a miracle, and the fact that you can exist and harness your love and your light and share it, that's not something to take for granted. It really isn't. And it's that love and light that is able to create the legacies of hope that future generations then inherit. And as it pertains to art, I've really been leaning into this role that I have. When I think about my ancestors and the ancestral legacy that I am stepping into as a leader, coming from people who were socio-political leaders in the Ishikiri kingdom, I think about that and I'm like, wow, how can I, as an Ishikiri and Ijaw woman living in the United States, leaving the United States soon, more on that in the coming months, but yeah, definitely leaving the US to find soils more compatible with my soul's mission is what I should say. But how can I, bearing that identity in mind and that ancestral lineage, how can I harness that in a way that is unique to me, while also, taking into account the fact that I must navigate certain, I guess, like I said, paradigms, and I must navigate people who don't, they don't care about their legacy. There are a lot of people who do not care about leaving a legacy. And when I decided to start my company, Alare Lifestyle, it was really the idea of legacy that pushed me. Yeah, I knew I wanted to be able to have a way to sovereignly, I wanted to have a way to protect my creative sovereignty by selling my art and my literature and my writing on my own terms. But I started the business before I wrote down the business plan. I had strategies and folders where I was writing down my vision and my mission, but I did not have a plan, I was kind of walking by faith and allowing my intuition and my connection to God to guide me. And truthfully speaking, I feel like it is a way of doing business like intuitive business strategy is something that I wish more women leaned into. We are not men, okay? So doing your work and like fulfilling your mission and your vision in life while trying to take the advice of like some random white dude on the internet, you're gonna get different outcomes, and it's going to affect you and your body differently. Because one, if you even think about, like, for me, for example, I move on my natural cycles. When I am in my luteal phase and I'm menstruating, I'm not doing what I'm doing when I'm ovulating. I'm not doing what I'm doing, during my follicular period. Like, I'm not doing the same thing every single time when I know my body is in a different phase. And I recently have been working on this collection called Metamorphoses, and I really leaned into abstraction with this collection, and I'm really proud of it. I'm really excited to share it. But I bring that up because it's made me think about the ways in which, in order to honor your unique cycles, in order to honor your unique vision, you kind of have to have those blinders on. Like, you kind of have to go into the cocoon and just like be in the dark with yourself and feel it out. And when you emerge as a butterfly, people will see, like, they'll see like, oh, that's what she was doing, I get it now. But you knew inside that you were going to become a butterfly, but all they saw was a cocoon. All they saw was like, okay, like, she's just there. Like, you may look still to people, on the outside. You may look like you're not moving forward and like you're not advancing, but it's not your responsibility to think about how others are perceiving you. It's your responsibility to go into that place where manifestation happens, that place when evolution and expansion happens, the dark, the wilderness of your soul. It's your responsibility to do that and to honor that and to allow yourself to blossom into what you were meant to be. And it's a theme that I think is really, fitting for spring. It really is. Because I feel that this is just a time where people are really transitioning and figuring out, like, how can I shine my brightest? Because the time is here. The sun is out. The sun is shining. Okay. It's your chance to shine too. But what does that mean for you? And I think, it's a time to also continue watering the seeds that you've been planting and just watching them bloom. And that's really what I've been doing lately. Like, just seeing the fruits of my labor and then thinking about, okay, what's next for me? What do I feel in my heart, in my soul, that I need to do next? And so I just wanted to come on here real short, real sweet and tell you that it is your job to protect your vision, because not everybody else is going to have it. In this journey, as a leader especially, you are going to do things differently than the norm. You're going to be shaking things up. You're going to be innovating. You're going to be trying and failing, and then boom, you're going to succeed. Okay? I did not get into the first gallery that I applied to or submitted an open call submission to. Like, this was not the first gallery. Like, I had to face redirection, because honestly now I don't even view it as rejection, because I see so much value in what I have worked to cultivate through my art and through my literature. And because I see so much value in that, I know, and I have this true confidence that what wants me is what is aligned with me, in the sense that if something rejects me, then it's not meant to be. Like, what is for you will not pass you by. And so, when people reject you, reject your ideas, reject your vision, it's not for them to have. It's not. It's for you to have. It's for you to harness. It's for you to water and to, to invest in. I was going to say build, but I don't even think it's always building. I think sometimes it's allowing yourself to flow, because surrendering is how we learn to fly. Like, I say that in my book, Force of Nature. And I just really wanted this to be like a format where I'm just talking to y'all, and it's just, no bells, no whistles, just straight up what I'm thinking, from the diary. Like, basically this is like a diary entry. Like, I do voice note diaries all the time. And like, I reflect a lot on life, because I am writing 2 books concurrently right now. I have just really been in the zone, but I just gave a talk to this course of students at Towson University over Zoom a couple of days ago. And while giving that talk, it just made me realize, like, wow, I've really come so far. And things that I think are just like, oh yeah, like, that's common knowledge. It's common knowledge because of the experience I've had, because of the life experience I've had. Not everybody has access to the experiences I've been blessed with. And so I want to share the lessons from what I've experienced so that you can have the fortitude and the confidence to create the life of your dreams. Because I can be real honest with y'all and say that even though I'm not necessarily like, oh my gosh, like I'm at the finish line, like, which I don't even think the finish line in life exists. Like, I think there's always going to be something to aspire towards. But even though I still have room to grow, like, I'm really, 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 really happy with everything I've been able to accomplish as an author, as a business owner, as a professional artist, as a 2-time Ivy League graduate, right? And so if you're listening to this and you probably have similar goals, you probably, like, if the YouTube algorithm is doing this right, I'm probably attracting women who have really big dreams and aspirations, but they are disillusioned with the ways in which society pushes them as an ambitious woman. And I just want to bring some of that spirituality into the conversation. I want to bring some of that, flow and surrender. I want to bring a new type of way of doing business, of reaching for success, because I don't subscribe to Western prescriptions of productivity. There's a huge slave mentality that prevails in Western society. And as a woman who has dedicated my life to making sure I can decolonize my mind, body, and spirit fully so that I am not passing down any mental or spiritual shackles onto my children or their children, as a woman who is dedicated towards that, who knows what it means to be free because my people have experienced that, I want to harness that in the content that I create. I think that right now, what we see going on in the world, there's a lot. And I just want to remind you that, in your softness, in your flow state, you can still ascend. It doesn't require brute force or violence or lying or manipulation. You need strategy. You need faith. You need vision. Okay? That's what you need. And I'm here to help you develop that. So yeah, that's the end of today's video. Let me know in the comments if you like this. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, I am someone who I don't really be having time to sit down and watch people talk, but what I can do is play it in the background while I do something else. So hopefully this format for you is like kind of like podcast style, but on YouTube. And then stay tuned because I will add more to Alare Academy. Essentially with that, I just want it to be more of like an intellectual discussion space, discussing books and things like that. So that is still in development, but check out the first 3 episodes on Spotify, Apple Podcast, all of that. And if you are interested in purchasing my artwork, which is the background of this video, yes, all of my artwork is available for purchase at www.alarelifestyle.com. And on IG, I am by the same name, Alare Lifestyle. So yeah, I look forward to connecting with y'all some more. This is my effort to be more consistent, so bear with me. And I'll be back on camera very soon. Bisous, bisous. Kisses. I'll see y'all soon. Oh, I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.